Okay. So, Michael, one of the things that I really wanted to do with you was a little exercise that I use a lot when I'm talking to people about some of the training I had in Impro and how it can help anyone who's not a performer. They don't have to be a performer. Definitely. And it's a particularly useful exercise for thinking about how we have any kind of transactional conversation when we're trying to persuade someone one way or the other, or sell something, whether it's for money or just sell an idea or some sort of product or service, doesn't really matter. So we're trying to get someone to buy in. And it comes to the heart of a lot of the reasons why people are scared about putting anything forward, because they don't want to get it wrong, they don't want to be rejected. And this one little game, which is very simple, is a great way of demonstrating some of the difficulties involved in this, because it's just a stupid game. It's an Impro game. And so I really wanted to play the game with someone who is a great performer and well-known and, you know, blah, 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 famous actor, off the telly, all this stuff, because I've not done that before. And I'm also aware that if I say that to you now, I'm sort of raising the pressure on you. It's like, oh, it's got to be good now. So
Yes.
So I'm just putting that out there, because people who are watching may not realize that. They may think, oh, John Paul hasn't got a hope because he's up against a pro. And you might be thinking, oh shit, I'm really in a box now, because it's like, I've got to be good. So I'm drawing people's attention to that. And I also want to say on record now, I have not told you before what this thing is. So you're even more likely to be thinking, oh God, what is this? And we're recording.
All right. So, yeah, well, that's absolutely true. I remember you said to me, I'm not going to explain too much because I just want to do it. So go on. That's real improv then.
Excellent. Exactly. So the concept of this game, I'm going to explain it really, really over simply, just so that, to be sure that you should get it. The concept of this game is you have to invite me to my favorite restaurant. Okay, that's all. And it's a competitive game. So you win if you get me to the restaurant. I win if I don't agree to go to the restaurant. Simple as that.
Okay.
And so just to restate it, so that in case you might have got it, but someone watching might not have got it, you are going to invite me to my favorite restaurant, not yours. And that's to make it slightly easier for you because it's my favorite restaurant. I've got to win the game by not accepting. You win the game by getting me to go there. And one of the reasons why I love this game is because it shows how much difficulty some people have in saying no. And some people who play this game cannot say no, even though it's a game. And other people cannot persuade anyone to go, and they have no problem saying no to people. So it's quite interesting how it shows differences. But let's just, without any further ado, you just do the thing. And then at some point, I'll just do like time out. And I'll try to be fair without making it like I've won.
Yeah. No, I'm not going. Okay. All right, then.
Okay.
JP, how are you, man?
I'm all right.
Wicked. But you know what? We've been saying that we're going to go for dinner for a long time, and we haven't made that day. I reckon what we should do, let's just, when we plan too far ahead, personally for me, I don't really like that. So are you free at 8 p.m. tonight?
Oh, Michael. The thing is, for me, the trouble is I hate planning things in the near future. I like things being in my diary like a long way off. But even then, you know, it's quite hard to do that.
Why do you like it in your diary so it makes you look like you're busy? What's wrong with you?
Well, yeah, I'm really busy.
You're really busy?
Yeah.
Quite. Directly, I would just say, what are you doing this evening? Only just because, for me personally, the other day, I bumped into a friend and he said to me, come round and visit me later tonight. And I was like, I'm in an hour, I want to write, I want to do this, I want to do that. He was like, listen, all right, you know what? Let's just swing by now. And we went and I ended up staying there for 3 hours. Did I get the stuff done I wanted to get done? No, I did not. But you know what? I've been thinking about the fact that I caught up with him for a little bit longer than I should, actually. So long it made me uncomfortable. Basically, I hadn't seen him for ages and we've been putting it off, okay? And you're doing the same thing to me. What are you saying?
Yeah. I've got to go and visit someone in hospital tonight.
This evening?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. What's it looking like for you over the next few days? It's
not looking good, to be perfectly honest. No.
All right. Tomorrow. What about tomorrow evening?
I'll be in Manchester.
You're going to be in Manchester tomorrow? All day? Yeah. You're going to be in Manchester all day tomorrow?
Yeah.
You're going all day? Okay, when are you leaving? Are you leaving late or are you going early? Because you know what? Are you leaving late or early?
I'm leaving middle of the evening.
You're leaving middle of the evening, and so you're going to be in Manchester tomorrow evening. And you don't want to go. Listen, breakfast, brunch, lunch. We can do any of those. I'm going to swing by yours. I'm going to swing by. I'll drive. You can drink. I'll drive. I'll be the designated driver. Don't worry. Why can't you? We just have a liquid lunch.
Yeah, because I've had a gastric bypass, so I can't eat most things.
You can't eat most things at the moment?
No. For the long term, probably. Quite a long time.
For a long time. But that's, okay, well, it's not that you can't eat most things. You can't eat too much of certain things. So that's good. Portion control. Perfect.
Right. Okay,
Dinner's on me. Dinner's on me. Portion control for you. I say winner. It's your favorite restaurant. What's wrong with you?
But I couldn't accept it on you. That would be too generous. No, I couldn't do that. No, I'd feel indebted to you for years.
You know, honestly, JP, I'm very, very, very careful where I spend my money. If I didn't want to have dinner on me or lunch or brunch, I wouldn't offer it. Okay? Who I choose to hang out with, I'm quite specific. In fact, you're a lucky man. You're a lucky man. I even want to eat with you, for goodness sake. Come on, man. I love your company. It's your favorite.
But I feel a bit sort of overwhelmed.
What do you feel overwhelmed about?
I feel like I'm being sort of marched into the restaurant.
You know what I'm doing it, JP? Because if I don't bang on about it, we're not going to go. And we're going to say, oh, we should go for dinner. We should go for dinner. All right, you know what, JP? I'm going to put you on the list of my friends who say we should, but we never do. Cool? Are you happy with that, yeah?
Okay, you win.
I want mailing lists. My mailing list needs to be very specific, and I don't want to waste time. For me, asking you to go to eat with me is kind of like a waste of marketing. You're
right. No, you're right. You're right. You should probably put me on that list. Yeah, thank you. No, you're right. And thank you very much for the offer, though. But I'll say no this time. But thanks very much.
This time. So I should ask you next time then.
Okay, time out. Okay. I thought I'd won, but then you got me. I thought you talked yourself into striking me off your friends list, but then you came back at the end.
You know that our friendship kind of hinges on it.
Yeah. Okay, let's just try it the other way around, just to see what happens.
Okay.
So, Michael,
what's up, man?
What's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant. Why do you want to know my favorite restaurant?
I'm really curious to know that kind of thing about you.
All right then. Well, I'm celiac, so I can't eat wheat or gluten.
Yeah.
But my favorite restaurant is actually Hakkasan. I love Hakkasan.
Where's that?
Hakkasan. There's a couple. There's one in Mayfair.
Oh yeah.
There's one in Tottenham Court Road.
Which one's your favorite?
I like the one in Tottenham Court Road because the one in Mayfair, it just feels a bit juju on the way there, a bit, and it just makes me a little bit uncomfortable. It's like, ooh, everybody's acting a certain way, but it's like, no, we're just eating at a restaurant. I like eating there because it's really, really nice. And they do gluten-free sweet and sour pork.
Oh, really? I love gluten-free sweet and sour pork.
You like gluten-free? You've eaten. Why do you eat gluten-free food for? Are you gluten-free?
No, but I've got a taste for it. Someone gave me some once, and I just thought, I love this stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So when are you likely to be in Hakkasan next?
I don't know. Don't know. I'm not really sure. Not really sure.
How could you be sure?
When I'm going to be at Hakkasan next? Well,
yeah.
Kind of when I feel like it. And also as well, it's kind of like a treat place as well. I wouldn't want to spend that much money all the time for dinner. But yeah, it's kind of a treat place. So
Can I take you there as a treat?
You know what? I'm busy at the moment, man. I'm quite busy, and I'm kind of sorry, man.
How long are you busy for?
You know what? In all honesty, right now, the way my schedule is, it just keeps going up and down and changing, and I don't want to let you down and say, cool, let's go at this time, and then suddenly I'm going to be like, oh, I can't make it. So I don't
You know that if you did that, I wouldn't ever feel let down.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, fine, I have to admit, then it's about me. I would feel a bit guilty doing that. It's really kind of you, but you know what? What about if I just let you know when I'm next going and see if you're free as well?
Is that a promise?
I promise, you know. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
you promise you'll let me know when you're free, and we will go to Hakkasan.
Yeah. And if you're free as well, then we'll go. Yeah, you might not be free when I'm free. So.
Well, I'm going to make a commitment to make myself free whenever you're free.
Now, don't say that, because that's going to make me feel a little bit funny about that makes me feel a little bit. But yeah, definitely. You know what? It's cool. I really appreciate that, and yeah. I'll let you know. I'll just let you know.
I'm going to also, because I had a word with the guys who own Hakkasan. I'm going to make sure that they keep that table that's always kept free, so that whenever it happens, we're going to be all right.
That's nice, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I mean, if it's not available, then we can go somewhere else. But the bottom line is, I'm not really free at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
No, I got that. But you know what? If I just had a link to your calendar, then I'd be able to just pop in the option for whenever it's free. Does that help? Maybe that would help. That would save you the burden of looking it up all the time and having to think about.
That is helpful. The only thing is, my calendar changes so bloody often that it's going to be like watching some sort of moving hieroglyphics all over the place. You're going to be looking at it and thinking, oh, what's going on? It's like a kaleidoscope of dates and different numbers.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my fold-up chair and I'll sit on the pavement outside Hakkasan with my computer. And even though I know that the calendar is going to keep changing and everything, once in a while it'll settle down and I know that you'll just pop along.
You nutter. Okay, I mean...
Thanks very much. Yeah. I'm really glad you accepted. Thank you.
All right. Very good.
Cool. Anyway, what did you notice when you think back on the game? What did you notice about when you were being the offerer or the one blocking? What was hard and what was easy?
It was much harder to say no. Much harder to say no. Because, and it's cool actually, I like the fact that sometimes it's hard to say no just because on a human level, people don't like to be rude to each other. And that's really, really nice. And then that's where you find out your personality as well, because some people don't find it that hard to say no. And I definitely would put myself in that category. But you know, that was interesting. Saying no was harder than asking. Saying no was harder than asking.
So what did I do that made it hard for you to say no?
I think that you offered so many alternatives that it got to the point where I ran out of excuses. That's basically what it was. I ran out of excuses. And it's difficult. I couldn't suddenly say, oh no, I don't like Hakkasan actually. I've let you know that's where I like to eat. You did that. You kept mentioning it back to me. So really, you've taken the time, or whatever one wants to call it, to register. That's the thing. The thing was very clear. So yeah. Whereas on the other side, when asking, it was kind of like, you can just keep throwing it at them. You can keep throwing it, and you can get better at it with practice, especially if you know what it is that you're trying to offer them. Whereas learning to say no does take practice, I guess, because I've coached some people about that actually. But yeah, it's just much harder. Yeah.
I've got this one sentence that I didn't discover till way too late in my life. I should have learned it earlier, and I like to share it with people. And I never imagined that I would share it with you, because I think you're very strong at saying no to things you don't want to. But because we just did that game, and because people are going to be watching this, I'm going to share. This is my secret formula for how to say no if you're someone who really struggles. And the simple thing is, you can say it in any number of different ways. You can say it with a smile or with a frown or whatever. But basically, you just say, am I allowed to say no?
Oh, excellent.
And as soon as you've said it, you've said it. Excellent. And they might try and push you. And if they keep pushing and everything, you just go.
Because I'm not allowed to say no. I'm not going to say yes. So I must remain quiet.
Yeah. And you just keep smiling.
Very good.
And you don't have to justify it. That's the wonderful thing. You don't have to justify it.
That's beautiful, because I'm very comfortable with saying no, but it can be aggressive.
Yeah.
It can be aggressive at times. And actually with that, there is no need I know I'll have so much more energy.
Yeah. And okay, so since you mentioned the aggressive thing, I'm going to stop in a second because we have been going for a long time, and I want to leave. Yeah, but so there's the aggressive no, which is often a bit like with a frown. It's like no, like you've just done something unspeakable or disgusting. No, and then there's
putting the hand up.
Yeah, no, like
as if to say, get away from me.
And then I'd just love to see you do this one, which is the happy no, where you raise your eyebrows and you slightly raise your voice and you just say no with a smile. Go on, do that.
So give me the direction again.
Okay, I'll do it and then you do it because I want to see you do it. Okay, so you raise your eyebrows and you raise your voice. You say no.
Okay, beautiful. Ask me something.
So, Michael, would you just do that thing I just asked you to do?
No.
It's very disarming because the smiling and the raised eyebrows and everything, it's like totally not aggressive.
No.
And
it's almost like letting them in on a secret.
Yeah. No.
Very good.
This has been brilliant. I'm going to stop recording now.